So what would happen if you replaced all the flour in a crepe recipe with meat? Honestly, no idea. Hi, we're the Mad Food Scientists, and we do things to food that are interesting, experimental, and uncalled for. And that's our experiment today, making crepes, but with meat. Every experiment needs a control, so first we're going to make a savory and a sweet crepe using Serious Eats recipe. We have here 140 grams of flour, some salt, 2 eggs, and 288 grams of milk. Let's get started. We'll start by adding salt. Next, we'll crack our eggs and mix them into the milk. Then we'll incorporate our wets into our dry a little at a time and whisk them together. Then we repeat until we have a smooth, thin batter obtained. On to the cook. To start, we'll pour the batter onto our crepe maker and spread it thinly. Then we wait, and we wait, and we wait some more. This looks about done, so we'll flip it to give the underside some attention. Whoops. Now we flip again and find out that my aim isn't any better this time either. Then we'll add cheese and prosciutto as our filling. This looks like the best crepe we're gonna eat today. I'm gonna fold this in half because I'm bad at rolling. Also, we're gonna add a cheese skirt on top, which will melt with a torch. Fire! Fire! And we have our savory crepe. We'll make another, sweeter crepe while we cut to an end. But when we come back, we'll be making the beef crepe. Have you ever bought groceries, then been too tired or busy to use them until they went bad? With Hurl, why wait? Hurl will ship rotting food right to your door every week, so you can throw it out or compost it immediately. Or might you sign up, you ask? Well, don't worry about that. Hurl has sent its first box out to you. They know where you live, Jeremy. They're even in your head. You can't escape them. Again, that's Hurl. Take all of the guilt out of takeout because you have no other option. Here's where things start getting weird. Instead of flour, we have beef, eggs, salt, and milk. For science, let's crack our eggs and mix them into the beef. Pour half of our milk into the beef and stir it until it's well mixed. Add our salt and then the rest of the milk, stir it all together, and voila, our beef batter. Onto the cook. Again, pour onto our crepe maker. Let's ignore that this looks like a raw meat smoothie. Spread our batter for maximum surface area, and now we wait while it boils. That's not something we've seen before. Hopefully it sets okay. Trading the starch and gluten for meat proteins may not go well. Boiling has died down, so we're going to check the underside. Nope, the edges are solid, but the center's still a little underdone. Now that it shouldn't fall apart on us, let's flip this crepe. Next, let's add some cheese, because this definitely needs cheese. Once it's melted, we'll take it off the heat. Then we add our mushroom and onion mix, mayonnaise, lettuce, pickles, bread, and we have an inverted burger. Honestly, this looks better than I thought it would. But will the chicken come together as well? Let's find out. We'll be doing things a little differently for the chicken. It won't break down easily from stirring, so we're going to blend the ingredients together. Chicken into the blender, then our milk, and finally, our 2 eggs. Is that a smiley face? It's so cute. Unfortunately, cuteness won't save them, though. Now, all we have to do is push start and hope we have something usable on the other side. Well, that's interesting. We'll pour this out and hope it works. Honestly, I think we made raw chicken mayonnaise. Smooth this out as best we can and let it cook. It's immediately less promising looking. We'll hope the egg carries the day on this one, like with the beef crepe. Okay, so this one smells faintly. The beef crepe smelled of beef and eggs. This one smells very faintly like something is wrong. It looks like it's ready now, but it is extremely delicate. At least it smells significantly better than before. Now to assemble our inverted chicken and waffle crepe. Maple whipped cream, chicken skin, and slices of waffle. Fold. Some of us are more confident than others, but we all hope it works. Speaking of which, time to taste. So this one I know we're all excited for. This is the regular crepe. It all goes downhill from here, guys.
Or uphill.
I mean, it could go uphill, yes.
I'm telling you, the beef one is gonna be good. It smells so good cooking.
Are we sure about that? I mean,
I'm sure it smelled good
It smelled
cooking.
fantastic.
It smelled fantastic, that's true. But there's milk with beef. Come on, yeah. Eat this before it gets cold.
Oh, it is very warm.
Yeah. Let me get in here and eat one.
The crepe itself is not bland, but it's very just plain. It's just a crepe, nothing fancy going on. The prosciutto is delicious. Cheese is fantastic. Nice char on the top.
It's good crepe.
Great, now I'm gonna finish burning my fucking hand.
Alright, now beef crepe, yes?
Eat crepe up! So this one, it smelled really good when it was cooking. I'm really excited to try this, but it is falling apart. It is more crumbly than the last crepe. So let's get this in our mouths.
Yeah, I'm telling you this is gonna be good. It smells delicious.
Yeah, lacking the structure from the gluten is not terribly surprising, but it smells like burgers. It looks roughly like burgers. It doesn't quite taste like burgers. Not bad. It's like surprising no one, a mixture of egg and beef. Who'd have thought that's what it tasted like?
I just went full Cookie Monster on that.
Holds together fairly well.
The mayo really stands out.
There you go. You gonna finish that? Don't mind if I do.
This turned out better than I could possibly have imagined, honestly, because it did not look good in batter form. I'd ask if you were going to eat that, but you're definitely eating it.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to.
So this one's our sweet control. It just has maple whipped cream, berries and is a normal fruit crepe. Yeah, let's go for it. I think it tastes great.
You already tasted?
I mean, I had some of the maple whipped cream with berries. Mine's falling apart.
We're gonna blackberry.
Again, just a pretty standard crepe.
That's it, just good and sweet.
Oh, look at that, audience. Look at that. Oh yeah, I know you want some. Too bad you can't have any.
So for our chicken crepe experiment, we decided to do an inverted chicken and waffle. So here the waffles are on the inside with maple whipped cream and chicken skin.
When we were making this, I was not sure how it was going to turn out. And when it was cooking, it was still a big question mark in our minds as to how it was going to turn out. But it's made a crepe. See how it tastes.
Alrighty, let's see what we got.
I mean, not make a mess this time.
The crepe itself is pretty flavorless. There's a reason they say it tastes like chicken. But the fried chicken skin in here is adding some salt and crunch that's very nice.
Like that, yeah.
The waffle, the maple whipped cream. It's all coming together. The crepe is very bland. It functions, but it's very bland.
Yeah,
This needs seasoning.
the smokiness combined with the sweetness of the cream makes it taste almost like caramel to me.
Yeah, smokiness from the fried skins. I don't think that's coming from the crepe.
It's very welcome.
Yeah, it's basically flavorless.
Yeah. Other than texture, it's not too different from a flour crepe.
It's not bad. It's not great.
I would say that in terms of successes, this counts. Success.
Let's give them a view under the hood.
Cool. So this one, we had a little bit of batter left over for the chicken crepe, and we added seasoning. So yeah, let's go at it.
Yeah, let's see if
Hopefully
this is any better.
Let's hope this tastes like something.
Sure, it'll taste like something.
Oh.
Okay. Quite a bit of taco seasoning. Maybe a little too much, but at least the crepe tastes like something.
Actually, if you get a bite with the chicken skin in it, the seasoning goes real well with it.
Yeah.
Well, what we learned. If you make a chicken crepe, season it.
Good thought. Chicken doesn't have a lot of flavor by itself.
That worked surprisingly well, but why did the crepes hold together without flour? Normally, the flour provides gluten proteins which bond with the albumin proteins in the egg to form a lattice or mesh. The proteins unwind and the unwound proteins tangle. This is called protein coagulation. Because the ground beef was mostly just particles and clumps of meat in the crepe, the egg did most of the heavy lifting. However, the milk added moisture, which had to be cooked out for the lattice to really solidify, but it also added some different proteins to the mix, casein and whey protein. For the chicken, we blended it into one homogeneous fluid, which aerated it more than expected. We could see the gel deflating during the cook, and the moisture got squeezed out and evaporated as the protein lattice tightened. This let some of the air escape, but chicken is mostly protein, and because it was so well blended, it could more meaningfully contribute to the protein lattice. Both chicken and beef were brittle compared to a regular crepe. Regular crepes hold together especially well because of wheat proteins, especially gluten. Thanks to the Illinois State Board of Education and the Institute of Food Science and Technology for a reference material on this, and thank all of you for watching.